Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. The men women are addicted to. Yeah, let me chop it up, man. Let me chop it up. Because understand one thing. And this despite what they print in the media. This despite what a lot of content creators say on social media. Because, you know, I addressed it yesterday, right? I addressed it yesterday. Because I said, yeah, dudes be thinking this looks, money. Like I said, only a few people got status anyway, or height, shit like that. But if you take an honest look at the men that women are throwing themselves at, if you take an honest look at the men that women are willing to be a side piece for, if you take an honest look at men who got just multiple women, they go against what was said in the mainstream media. They go against what many content creators said. Like, yeah, some of them could be over 6 feet, but a lot of them ain't. You know, a few of them could have some square-jawed look, but some of them might have round faces, slim faces, whatever. You know, sometimes women call them medium ugly or ugly sexy. See, you understand one thing. Women go for the sexy men. You know, that's really what I teach in all my stuff. Anybody really looking at it, I'm teaching a man generally what it takes to be seen as sexy to a woman. And I know this from feedback from women. And it ain't always what you think either. It ain't always something. And a lot of it is just an attitude. For example, in the video yesterday, some people pointed out, you know, one person counted how many times, like, I said motherfucker, right? And a few people said, yeah, Rom going off. I had a young lady, and she'll see me. I ain't calling her name, so I know if you hit me up. Remember, I ain't call your name, but she DM'd me, and she said, damn, that was sexy as shit. Understand something. But it's only a small percentage of men who got that. Like, the physical part, that's very important. That's why, because a common factor is body gain, and a woman got to like your body, but it's not a specific body. It depends on the woman. Because I've known guys like that who would get multiple women personally. You know, some of them look like football players. Some of them look like basketball players, whatever. But the thing you could see was their attitude towards women. Their attitude, how they treated, how they talk to women and everything. But see, women get addicted to those guys they find sexy because, you know, women want to date. Women want to have sex. See, a lot of guys still got problems dealing with that. So they looking for a man who they can have sex with. They have that sexual connection. Because a man, he could be tall, handsome, all that other stuff. But, you know, he might have an attitude that turns the woman off. That don't turn her on sexually. See, that's the key thing. That's the key thing. See, a lot of guys don't want to deal with that, you know. It's like, well, nah, she a hoe, she a 304, she got a high count. And I'm like, okay, when you say all that, and yeah, you might have some legitimate arguments from your side, but then the woman, she ain't gonna be comfortable with you. See, the dudes that they fucking with, and I do mean fucking with, are comfortable with the woman's sexuality. They comfortable doing, they ain't tripping over it and everything. Therefore, they get it. Because, like I said, if you take an honest look at the men who really getting the women, an honest look, not what somebody say online, like you out, you know the guys personally. You know the guys personally. You out in, you live in an area. Like, I live outside of Baltimore now. You know, I live about a good 30 minutes outside of Baltimore, but shoot, this is a little crowded area just by itself. And I be going down through Baltimore. In fact, that area that was, I remember a few years ago when they had that big thing with Freddie Gray, that uptick in, you know, what people were calling riots and all of that, right? There were several pictures that they took, and I knew people in the pictures. In fact, shit, I'm real cool with, we're just Facebook friends now, man, but we used to work together. I used to work with one of his cousins, so yeah, I was close to that shit. So, you know, North Avenue, go down that way in Baltimore, and then, you know, from D.C., you know, I'm in some cities and stuff. I'm seeing what's out here. And when you see the bad women, the fine women, or if you know the players and know who they stroking, who the 12 to 5 men are, who the maintenance men are, it goes against a lot of what people say. In fact, Cousin T Taw would call them roughnecks. I'm going to put that in the description box when we talked about roughnecks as far as body build. Because, yeah, he talks about the alpha showpiece, but alpha showpiece is, you know, that's only a tiny percentage of the population. Or elite athletes, that's a tiny percentage when you talk about body types. But you talk about who out here in the streets getting it, it'd be like that construction worker body build or police body build. You know, be some dude with some 10% body fat. Shit, women be looking at that dude funny. Because that, first of all, the physicality is nothing but a bait. That gets him over there, but it's the attitude that turns a woman on. That dude be talking to him all rough, talk dirty to him and shit. Shout out Alan Roger Curry, may he rest in peace. He said he talked dirty to him and shit. Like I said, a young lady hit me up privately talking about that shit was sexy as hell. Me yelling and shit. You know? Some women like that roughness or something. See, it's you know, the physicality is still important. You still want to fix yourself up. But women want that dude going and stroke the shit out and got a certain attitude and stuff. Like I said, when you actually know the men who actually getting some pussy, and hey, look, like I said, they ain't really putting out any money. They be getting the pussy for free. You know? Only thing is, now, if you're looking for a mate or something, yeah, you might not, the woman might not want to mess with you, but a lot of these women, not even just the 304s, it could be some of these goody girls, they just want some D inside of them. So what they do, they get that man who can give them that D. He might not look like, first of all, he ain't gonna look like anything to another man anyway. Like I said, I've said before, men need to get off of that shit, man. Men need to get off that shit. You can't look at another man and see what a woman see. You might be seeing average in your mind, but you ain't, unless you gay, you ain't fucking that man. The woman, shit, she looking at him, she be like, well, okay. He might get stroked. Because there's a big difference. See, here's the thing. Let me make this clear. I hadn't talked about this in a long time. There's a big difference between looks and sex appeal. Big difference. It ain't the same thing. Anybody who say it is, they're ignorant and I guarantee they ain't getting none. Or if they try to come on these comments and try to say they capping. Because have you noticed, like, let me go on a tangent real quick. Have you noticed they'll talk shit, like if you talk shit on IG or something where you can check out their profile real quick, they don't have nothing on there. They talk all, they say, well, I'm this or that. I'm like, okay, you ain't showing yourself? Because a dude who think he all that, he gonna have some pictures up of himself. In most cases. He gonna have some pictures. If he talking shit like that, he gonna have some pictures. Like motherfuckers get in the comments and shit be like, well, I'm this, I'm getting all these women, don't have any videos of anything. Of themselves anyway. Because that's part of the game right there too. If you're online. And even though I'm not big online, like I said, I'm be in my DMs. More than a couple. Than in my DMs. And I'm supposed to be some old cat, but see, there's a big, like I said, there's a big difference. Shit, I know some motherfuckers in their 60s and 70s still stroking women. Because all it is just being like, having that sex appeal, giving that vibe off to a woman that you know what to do in the bedroom. Those are guys who really be getting it. When I talk about select and non-select, all it is, that's a sexual hierarchy. Now, I still get some people who try to challenge that. They don't agree with it. They ain't getting no pussy out of it. They ain't getting no pussy. Yeah, shit. Because a woman is still, well, a woman will still fuck with a non-select guy, but those sexless marriages, y'all know there's plenty of those. Or relationships, or, yeah, they're hanging out with the woman, but the woman making them wait for the pussy. And shit, a lot of times it'd be like some acculturated prostitute. She just give them just enough pussy to keep the money flowing. Shit. Yeah, baby, you been following me the whole time looking. Give me a little look and shit as she was going. Oh, man. But it's a difference, though, man. It's only a few guys who, like, get it. A few guys who would probably be listed as a Mr. Goodbar. Because they'll turn a woman on. And like I said, it's not always just about the looks. It's never just the looks. Looks will play a part. Looks and body build play a part. That's why I say still fix up, but it's still the attitude. They even say that in Nice Guys and Players. There's a certain attitude you gotta have. A sexual attitude. You gotta be, first of all, you gotta be comfortable with yourself sexually. And I've said that several times. A lot of dudes out here ain't comfortable with themselves for whatever reason. It could be, you know, how they were raised. It could be because they don't feel like their joints measure up to what they see in a porn, which means another reason you probably just need to leave porn alone. You know? Seriously, you be comparing yourself or thinking you gotta be 6'2" or something to get women, yet you got a bunch of motherfuckers out here. They ain't 6'2" and they getting plenty of women. Plenty. Shoot. Be 5 foot whatever. Under 5'7" and stuff getting women. Cause they don't give a fuck. They like shit. But that shit turned on a woman. They probably don't give a fuck. It's like, okay, like let's say a short statured man. I know this badass woman, man. She said she loves short statured men. There was a couple of them, and they said why? They said because that man is still succeeding despite the height. That's why they were turned on. I heard some women say they turned on by older men. You know, you see, one thing with a woman, what turns on each woman got something different that turns on that triggers her. You talk to the women. That's why I say it's not bad to have a woman as a friend, because they can give you some real game. You know? In fact, shout out Pimp God. He knows the game as far as being a woman's friend. There's a game behind that. I haven't really shared that. You know? You can get a lot. Hit up on that friend thing, and shit, all you doing is really putting them in position where you can get it later on. That's a high level game. I ain't sharing that. Some shit I don't share. But pimps understand that shit perfectly. Pimps understand the game perfectly. You know? They understand some stuff. And a lot of true players understand that. Because, yeah, you still want the bait. You still want to fix up as best as possible. But, you know, now what, like, these content creators are saying. And, shoot, some women, like I said, some women, especially for sex, they'll go for a guy what they call medium ugly. Or even ugly. And they be going crazy over this shit. They might not want to have the guy's kid or something. But, because they even say they feel like they're going to fuck better. If you understand a woman's sexuality, you know, now if you handsome and shit, that actually helps you. That's definitely gonna help you. But don't think you gotta be some perfect shit. If you comfortable with your sex, you comfortable with know how to use your dick, and you got what women call big dick energy, shit, you wanna keep them around you. Cause that's what it comes down to. Cause it's more of a charisma thing, and I talked about that in my book, Sexual Chemistry. It's more of charisma, sexual charisma and everything. You know? Let me pull up to the side. Get this ambulance coming through. Yeah, so, you know, those are guys, though. The guys that just turn them on because they just want to fuck. You know? It ain't the money. And even with the look sometimes, if you don't look like you can fuck, or look like you do something in the bedroom, you got carrying a certain energy or something, and trust me, women are looking for it. You ain't getting nothing anyway. I said that in a video before. It's better to be sexy than consider sexy than consider good looking. And depending on the woman, you don't know. You know, they might want that man want to be taking charge. You know, another one want that man who look like he'll put up with a lot of shit from him. Sometimes women want that guy, they got some chaotic shit with them. They want a chaotic man. It depends on the woman, seriously. Seriously, because when you get down with women deeper, I'm going to tell you what. They looking at a man's physicality, and you definitely got some superficial women out there, but even them and most women, they really looking at a man's energy, his intangibles and everything. Pimps will tell you that. They're looking at the intangibles, you know? Shout out to Honorable Pimp God. He'll tell you that. If he comment, look for his comments in this video if you see it in comment. They're looking for the intangibles. That's why I say a man make love to a woman's body, but a woman make love to a man's mind. His intangible, his attitude. And if you look at the men, if you honestly take a look at the men who getting the women, you know, some people might call them bad boys or something, but it's an attitude they carry. It's a certain energy they carry. You know, it ain't just purely based on just physicality or anything. That's just the bait. And that's men, we stop there. You know, she got fat ass or something, whatever we like, we stop there. Women don't. That's why you get a lot of women, they can go on a date with a guy, but then not interested afterwards. They ghost him afterwards. If he ain't, you know, he already got as far. In fact, you can get some men, shit, they can fuck the woman and get ghosted. And you trying to figure out what's up. It was something mental it's the mental that hooks them. That's the thing, it's up here. Pimps and real players will tell you it's up here. It's the attitude you gotta have about sex and stuff that really gets them. You know? And most men don't have that shit. But then you get a few who do, and you take an honest look at it, you be like, because, you know, a lot of guys be like, how he getting something? He ain't that tall. Or, you know, he ain't handsome. Oh, shit. In fact, the dude might even call himself ugly and shit. He might laugh at his shit and still be hollering at the woman. But he got that BDE. He got that big dick energy or something. Because understand something. I don't just come off with some shit. See, here's one problem I have. Some dude might not agree with what I say, but they can't give their own experience. I only talk from what I've either experienced personally or what I've witnessed, like I'm right there, not even what somebody just telling me. Because I take whatever somebody tell me, but when I can look at the situation, I'm saying, oh, okay, you know. And I've had a lot of women, they just tell me straight up, because I even asked some women, I said, why you telling me this shit? She said, you can handle it. They be saying some stuff. Because I know how to get a woman comfortable with her shit, man. I know how to get a woman comfortable. They be telling me some things. And then I sit back and watch. That's one thing. If a woman tell you anything, just take it in, but then watch her actions. And I be seeing who some of these women be getting with. They'll say they want this certain guy, but then got turned out by a guy don't match that shit. They'll say, oh, he was handsome, or he was handsome in his own way. But it depends on, because really who a woman going to be turned on sexually by, it depends on so many factors. Her imprint, where she grew up, her social class, her religion, where she at. Most importantly, what her fantasies are. Like, you get some gigolos and strippers, all they doing is giving the woman their fantasy. That's how they make their money. They just provide the woman with her fantasy. You know? And every woman got one. It's just a matter of getting them to open up. And if you're the type who can handle whatever they say, no matter what they say, hey, you're good to go on the quintessential ball. I like saying that. But now you good to go and stuff. Shit. Because like I said, if you take an honest look at men, and I'm thinking back to high school, you take up to this day, up to this minute. Because remember, I know people. I'm not some motherfucker who just in the house. I might see some indoor videos and stuff, but I ain't gonna, I'm a 59-year-old man. I ain't gonna do some corny shit walking around with somebody videotaping. Anybody think that shit, you stupid as fuck. I'm out here in the real world, so I know people. And I know people to this minute. People know me. And like I said, I'll be running into people and stuff. They shit. I'll be running into people. They be like, you know, they be like, hey, Uncle Rom, you Uncle Rom, something like that. And they be letting me know how they rolling. Especially a lot of player types. I can see who they dealing with. So it's like, and that's what it is. It's a sex appeal. That's why I say I don't take any of these guys serious. If they ain't talking about sex, or you get some dumbasses saying, oh, women don't like sex, or they don't want to satisfy women. Well, I already know they ain't getting none. I just know right then they ain't getting none. So that's the thing, though. But anyway, right? I'm going to get some stuff. Yeah. Going in and get some vittles. Well, actually, I don't got that much to get. I gotta just get a few things. I'm gonna get a few things, and then I'll be all right. You know. But seriously, that's why you got a lot of motherfuckers out here. They ain't. Motherfuckers be wondering how come they getting some, cause they don't look like Chad. Whatever. Yeah, they don't look like some gay looking white boy. They be getting these though. Hey girl, damn, you fat that motherfucker. Gotta go in here. Anyway, let me go in here and do my thing. But I want y'all to think about that shit. Seriously, you want to fix up? See, here's my bottom line with it. You want to develop your own sex appeal. You know, part of that is understanding you got to be free sexually. Then the woman can be free sexually. Like I said, if I've known motherfuckers. Like sometimes I know both parties. Sometimes people will tell me, yeah, I hit that and everything. These motherfuckers, they ain't over 6 feet. You know, the women be going crazy. In fact, I'm going to tell you what with the women. Because I remember this seminar I did. I always talk about Master Yao. I remember he had a retreat down in Atlanta a few years ago. And the women were breaking down each man, but they weren't breaking them down according to looks. They were breaking them down according to how they made them feel. Women be going on energy a lot. Yeah, they check out looks, but that's why a lot of handsome men have problems, because they ain't giving women that sexy energy. You know? You break down women, it's always, yeah, they'll look at a guy and they say he look all right, but then another guy, they be like, damn, he's sexy. You know? So yeah, they checking out looks, they checking out height, checking out money, they checking out all that shit. But some motherfuckers can have all that and still not getting no pussy. Then you get some broke motherfucker don't got that shit to the same extent, and they going crazy. The women going crazy over them. Damn, girl. Let me walk over here. I gotta go intercept somebody. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.